ranking every US state's first house picture on Google by how much I'd want to live there. So what I did was I Googled each state name followed by the word house, and I used whatever the first image was. Number 50, one of the easiest choices I've ever had to make, Mississippi. I understand it says renovation right there, but forget that. This thing just needs to be completely demolished. I would not want to live here. 49 is Indiana. Now, yes, it is very large, but it is just hideous. It almost looks like a little kid drew a picture and they decided, oh, let's make this an actual house. And then what is this front yard? That is disgusting. 48 is Vermont. Now, I know some people might like this style, but not me. It is 2021. I don't want to live in a home that looks like it's from Little House on the Prairie. 47 is Virginia. Now, it's massive and it's definitely very pretty, but take a close look at that thing. It is definitely haunted. It looks like it's straight out of a horror movie. I would never be able to sleep. 46 is Arkansas. Now, I guarantee you if my mom saw this house, she would say, oh, that place is so cute, but not for me. It is 2021, not the 1800s. I'll pass on this. 45 is Michigan. Now, this one could be worse, but this bright blue is way too loud and obnoxious to be the primary color of my house. 44 is Ohio. Now, it's not bad, but this series has a lot of mansions, and this is definitely far from a mansion. 43, Nevada, the same thing. It's alright, but it's just not very big, and I'm personally not a huge fan of this style. 42 is North Dakota. This is a cute little house, but when you're competing against mansions, cute isn't going to get it done. 41, Massachusetts. Still a little small, but bigger than the last few, and they've also got a very nice front yard area. 40 is Missouri. This is a pretty normal looking house until you realize there are 9 jail cells inside. That's kind of cool, but also pretty creepy. What if you accidentally lock yourself in there one night? That would be awful. And this also kind of gives me the vibes of a place that would be haunted. 39 is New Jersey, one of the bigger houses we've seen so far, and it's got a nice front yard, but I just think the design of the house itself looks a little bit bizarre, so I'm not a fan of it. 38 is North Carolina. It's historic, so I guess that's nice, but I'm just not a fan of the design. It's not very uniform. You've got the stone over here, but then kind of side paneling over here, and then I also don't like the ivy growing all over the house. 37, California, an average, nice-looking house, but $900,000 for that? What a joke! 36, Florida, very similar to the California house, except it's got a garage, which I like that a lot. That's something I'd look for in a house, so that's why it's a spot higher. 35, Arizona, a similar style to the last two, also has the garage, but I think it's got a very pretty lawn area, so that's why it's the highest of these. 34 is Maryland. This starts a run of kind of suburban style houses. Pretty nice, pretty big. These are decent. 33, Idaho, same thing. I guarantee you this one is in the suburbs. Nice looking house. A little bit smaller than the last one, but I think it looks a little more modern. 32, Utah. I guarantee you this one is in the suburbs too. Every mom in this neighborhood drives a minivan and all the families take walks on the sidewalks in the evenings. But this is a very pretty house and I especially like this kind of rounded off area up top. 31, Wisconsin. Now, I think this is a model home, so it could be a little awkward to live there, but it's still a very large, nice-looking house and has a suburban feel to it. Number 30 is Iowa. Not a huge fan of this one's style, at least from the outside, but it made it this far on the list because it is massive. 29 is Pennsylvania. Again, same thing. Not a huge fan of this style. This is actually used as a museum right now, but it is still massive, so you can do a lot with this space. 28 is Washington. Now, this one isn't very big, but it's just a very pretty house, and based on the style, it seems like it would probably be on some body of water, so that'd be a great place to live. 27 is Maine, kind of the same thing. It's not massive by any means, but it's definitely big enough. It's also a very pretty design, and it's in the woods on a lake, so you'd have constant nature scenery to take in. 26 is Kansas, a gorgeous traditional style home. Definitely would be a nice place to live. 25, Louisiana, another traditional style home, and this one is absolutely massive, so no telling what all you could do with this much space. 24, Delaware, obviously a little bit more modern style, very large and spacious, would be a great place to live. 23, Tennessee, now it is a little bit smaller, but it's one of the most modern homes we've seen so far, very pretty, and I'm sure it's very updated on the inside. 22, Connecticut. This house is massive, and my favorite part is this middle section, which is capped off with a balcony that almost looks like a gazebo. At 21, we get back to more of the traditional style with South Carolina. This home is absolutely beautiful, and it's on its own private island, so that would be amazing. Number 20 is South Dakota. This home is gorgeous and obviously very modern, so this would be a great place to live. 19 is Texas, another modern, very pretty house, and since it's in Texas, I bet you could get this thing for like $20. 18, Oklahoma, another one that is absolutely gorgeous and obviously very large. 17, Georgia, a spacious home with an absolutely stunning backyard area. This swimming pool and hot tub would be incredible. You could spend all kinds of time out here relaxing. 16, Nebraska, nothing flashy or modern about this one, but it is just beautiful. Just imagine coming home to this incredible sight every day. 15, Wyoming, the house itself is very pretty, but you've also got your own kind of little pond, water area, and all kinds of incredible views from this property. 14, Alaska, now it's not the prettiest house, but it's got a unique log cabin feel to it, which is perfect for this state, and obviously this place is absolutely massive. 13, Alabama. This is by far the prettiest of all the more traditional style homes. I absolutely love this one. Although it's not very modern, it would just be an incredible place to live. 12 is New Hampshire, a nice spacious house. It's on a lake, so I'm sure you've got great views, and the lawn area is phenomenal. Even got a little fire pit down here. This would be fantastic to live at. 11 is New York. Now, there's nothing super special about this house, but it would just be an awesome experience to live in New York City, so that's why this one made it this far. Number 10 is New Mexico. Now, when I first saw this house, I hated it, and I was like, that's the dumbest looking house I've ever seen in my life. But the more I looked at it, it's super unique, so I love that, so I had to make it top 10. Number 9 is Minnesota, a very large house on a lake. What's not to like about this one? Number 8, Illinois, a large, modern, pretty home, and it was owned by Scottie Pippen, so that'd be a pretty cool factor, too, to say, hey, Scottie Pippen used to live in my house. Number 7, Oregon. This one is stunning. I love the style. It is perfect for a house in this state. Number 6, Montana. The same thing. Perfect for a house in this state. A very similar style to the one we saw with Oregon, but I put this one a spot higher because if you look in the background, you can see some stunning mountain scenery. That would be incredible. Number 5, Colorado. Another one that's a similar style to the last two. Also very pretty. Incredible scenery with the mountains in the background. I can just imagine walking out every morning and seeing that as the view. That would be amazing. Number 4, Kentucky. It's modern but still feels traditional. Just imagine driving up your driveway after a day of work and this is your view. You are living the life if that's the case. Number 3, Rhode Island. An absolutely gigantic home. It's on the beach. What more could you ask? And it was owned by Taylor Swift, so you could say, hey, Taylor Swift used to live here. That's a pretty cool story. Number 2, West Virginia, another home that is absolutely massive. There's probably tons to do here. You could do so much with this space, and it's beautiful, very modern looking. This would be a great place to live. And number 1, it's gotta be Hawaii. The home is absolutely beautiful. You've got this incredible outdoor area with a swimming pool and hot tub, and the fact of the matter is, you're living in Hawaii. That's the dream.